UK boxing blogger coming right back at ya. Right, it's about time I give my thoughts and opinions on Adrien the Problem Broner. You know, the more I think about it, the guy's nickname is the right nickname. The guy's a fucking problem all round. They set for in the fucking ring. The guy's an idiot throwing away his career. Right, so I'm just gonna give you a little bit of history behind Broner and me. When I see Adrien Broner, well, actually, right, the moment that really got me to being a Broner fan was a little bit after some of his earlier world title fights, but it was the Marco fight. The way that guy held the high guard, was taking shots coming in, walking down his opponent, putting punches together, and systematically, brutally beat up DeMarco in that fashion for the WBC lightweight title. I was like, shit, this is what it's all about. This is what I watch boxing for. This guy's fucking lethal. That is the shit. He walking in the pocket, doing some Floyd Mayweather shit, going forward and brutalizing you. Like, this shit is the shit, man. I was like fucking blown away. That was me, man. I was like 1 or 2 fights away from buying an Adrien Broner t-shirt and fucking supporting the guy for fucking life. Right? But then, I'm not going to blame this shit on Floyd, but, you know, I'm just going to put it into perspective. He starts hanging around with Floyd, starts getting just stupidly confident and arrogant in his abilities without actually thinking he's proved anything. He thought just by associating with Floyd and doing what he's done, which is remarkable in a way, at that point in his life, he got the right to start acting like he's done what Floyd's done because he's going to do what Floyd's done without putting in the work and effort. You know, so we can forget the fight, like Gavin Rees fight, stuff like that. I thought that was a good win because Gavin Rees is solid down at lightweight, former light welterweight champion. Very underrated fight. I was getting towards the end of his career though. But that's a good win for me. I like the way Broner won that fight. Some people might just dismiss that fight as nothing, but it was a good win. But he then goes to fight Paulie Malignaggi, the softest punching light welterweight champion I ever see, who somehow wins a welterweight title away to Senchenko and knocks him out, which is a bit ironic. But Broner then and the Heyman team, whoever, put him up there in welterweight. I get that move because you're essentially fighting a 140 fighter that don't punch that hard at all, that you can probably just walk down and beat up. But I know Paulie's got a little bit more skill than that, but if Broner's what he was meant to be, he should have been able to do that nicely. And I thought he was going to do that nicely. And then we could just test how he was at that sort of weight. But to me, it was a very close fight. Could have gone either way. Paulie may have been a bit unlucky being a champion, but Broner, the new cash cow and the big thing. There was a nice little bit of heated rivalry building up to that fight about some bitch that I don't give 2 shits about either way, but it was funny. They both must have liked hitting on it because they're both arguing about it so much, but but after that fight, I would have thought Broner should have done a sensible thing. Go down, man. You got to build yourself up into them weights. Don't just fucking go straight in there, especially when he showed the power not to be able to even walk Paulie down in that way. Even when Paulie was at 140, when he fought like some real tough, strong, powerful dudes, like Miguel Cotto, like fucking, even Ricky Hatton, he wasn't the biggest puncher, but he was physically strong and he hit harder. And he obviously hit harder than Broner, even at 140. You know, that was a sign that Broner, man, needs to build his power up a little bit and do a little bit of work down the ring. But then he goes and fights Maidana, which, you know, it's fucking crazy, man. You know, but then at the time I was still thinking he might probably win. But it was evidently clear that night that the guy was not and should never have been fighting a giant, powerful fucking 147 guy like that. completely clear. But the guy since then, and I'll just reference, man, like blood boxing, man. Just want to put it out there. He like that boxing guy. He's the first guy I watched. I'll give him all the respect in the world. Everything he says, 99.99% of the time, UK boxing bloggers sold on it. I listen through a 15-minute video. There won't be nothing that I don't agree with, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah. That makes. Even if I weren't before that video, I'm feeling it now. You know, I what Blood says is gospel to me 90%, 99% of the time. But even when Blood was riding Broner early on, and I was like, when he started getting into bed with Floyd Mayweather and acting like a fucking tool, I was trying to give Broner a pass on it, and I was like, Blood being a bit heavy on that one. Yeah, but the simple fact, Blood called it before everybody else. He weren't being heavy on fuck all. You know, and I don't mean to use anybody else's name in my videos, but I'm just going to say the way UK boxing blogger has come to this realization. He making his shit like about billions and that, and going on and putting all these stipulations and fighting these nobodies since the Maidana fight, struggling with them, and not even coming into weight, not making his mind out what he wants to do and what he wants to achieve, turning down big money from Rock Nation. The guy is a nutter. He's not training properly, obviously not. He's not dedicated to his craft in the same way Floyd Mayweather is, so he obviously ain't taking the only bit of advice he should be taking off Floyd Mayweather. And now we get to our point where he's finally going to be in a decent fight again against Sean Porter. And simple fact of the matter, I'm a Sean Porter fan. Even though he fought my guy, a conflict of interest, Kell Brook, a UK boxing blogger, is a UK boxing fan. First and foremost, you'll never see me turn on my own guy. Unless it's someone like Cole Froch. Some absolute British tool. You know, so I'll never do that. But Sean Porter, I like his style. I like his attitude. You know, and I will be one for hoping that. And I know in a way my fight prediction will come soon, but I'm just going to put this as a fan's perspective video before I do fight prediction video. Sean Porter, I hope he smashes the living daylights out of Broner. Trying to get Sean Porter down to 144 a catch weight when there's no need for a catch weight. You're similar size. You're proving nothing covered, and you are being a bit of a bully, trying to go up to bully Malignaggi, and you couldn't even do it. Taking an easy picking at welterweight. Then you had the arrogance to think you could beat a limitedless boxing ability guy like Maidana, who'd got schooled by Alexander. But the fact of the matter is, you've been going away from walking your guys down with the high guard, catching shots coming in, and systematically destroying them in the only way that you're a good fighter. And you've been trying to do this boxing off the back foot shit, getting hit with enough punches and getting disorganized, and you trying to like box like Floyd, and it just looks stupid. You ain't got that boxing ability, mate. If you ain't walking your guys down and fucking punching them and fighting them in the way that you should be, you ain't gonna get it done in boxing, Adrien Broner. And I think you need to be taught a serious, hard lesson. You need to get beat up bad by Sean Porter and stop acting like the idiot that you're acting like. And then UK boxing blogger might actually support you down at 140 when you stay there where you belong, innit? And stop calling out people like Amir Khan, like Sean Porter, or anybody unless you're going to fight them at their weight class. You're going to call them out like a muppet. And then when you're there, like, yeah, let's get it on. Amir Khan trying to get it on. And even Amir Khan's a bit of an idiot sometimes. But all these guys want to get the fights on with you, and then you're just going to say, Oh, let's go down at 144. And just stop calling people out at 147 then, you idiot. UK boxing blogger out.